In the middle of a busy city, where people were selling things and cars were honking, there stood an old woman on a street corner. She had kind and wise eyes. She looked at the people passing by and spoke loudly. "Listen to me, children of the city. Hear my advice and avoid foolishness," she called out clearly, despite the noise. In the crowd was a young boy named Leo, about 12 years old. Leo was curious and often got into trouble. His parents worried because he ignored advice and did risky things. That day, Leo was on his way to meet friends at a park when he heard the old woman's voice. "How long will you love being foolish? How long will you mock and hate knowledge?" she shouted. Leo stopped. Her words struck him. He turned to look at her, standing with importance and urgency, her face glowing in the setting sun. "Who are you?" Leo asked, stepping closer. "I am wisdom," the woman replied with a gentle smile. "I call out to those who will listen, offering guidance to avoid trouble and make good choices." Leo was curious. "Why do you shout in the streets?" "Because many need to hear my words, but few listen," Wisdom said, looking into Leo's eyes. "Will you listen, young one?" Leo nodded. "What can you tell me?" Wisdom beckoned him closer. "I will share my heart with you, but first, promise to heed my words." "I promise," Leo said earnestly, feeling important. Wisdom led Leo to a nearby bench, away from the busiest corner, but still near the bustling streets. She began to speak, her voice soft yet commanding. "There is much to learn, Leo. Life is filled with choices, and each choice has consequences. Some choices bring joy and prosperity, while others bring pain and regret. The key is to seek knowledge and understanding before making decisions." Leo listened carefully. Wisdom continued, sharing stories of those who ignored advice and suffered, and those who listened and thrived. "Take, for example, a boy like you," Wisdom began. "He was curious but quick to act. One day he took a shortcut through a dangerous area despite warnings. He faced trouble and hardship." Leo frowned, imagining himself in the boy's place. "What happened to him? He learned a hard lesson," Wisdom said. "But had he listened, he could have avoided trouble. Knowledge and foresight are powerful tools, Leo. They help you navigate life's challenges with care." Leo nodded, understanding. "So what should I do?" "Seek advice from those who have walked the path before you," Wisdom advised. "Learn from their experiences and accept correction. Embrace knowledge, and you will live safely and without fear." As the sun set, Leo felt a new sense of purpose. He thanked Wisdom and promised to heed her advice. With her words in his mind, he headed to the park to meet his friends. On the way, Leo saw a group of older boys, known troublemakers. They were near an alley, planning mischief. One of them called out to Leo, "Hey, Leo, join us. We're going to have some fun." Leo hesitated. He might have joined them before, but Wisdom's words were fresh in his mind. He remembered her stories and lessons. "I'll pass," Leo said, stepping back. "I have somewhere to be." The older boys laughed and mocked him. "Are you scared?" Don't be a coward. But Leo stood firm, his resolve strengthened by wisdom's counsel. It's not about being scared. It's about making the right choice. He walked away, leaving their jeers behind. He felt a sense of peace and confidence. He arrived at the park, greeted by friends with smiles and laughter. That evening, Leo lay in bed, reflecting on the day's events. He realized that listening to wisdom had kept him out of trouble and given him a new perspective on life. He understood that seeking knowledge and making wise choices were essential to living well. Days turned into weeks, and Leo continued to follow wisdom's advice. He sought guidance from his parents and teachers, asked questions, and made thoughtful decisions. His life began to change in small but significant ways. He avoided trouble, excelled in his studies, and gained respect from his peers. One day, walking home from school, Leo saw Wisdom again, standing at the same corner, speaking to another group. He approached her with a smile. "Hello, Wisdom," he greeted her. Wisdom turned, her eyes twinkling with recognition. "Ah, Leo, how have you been?" "I've been well," Leo replied. "I've been following your advice, and it has made a big difference in my life." "Thank you," Wisdom nodded, proud. "I am glad to hear that, Leo. Remember, the path of wisdom is a lifelong journey. Continue to seek knowledge and make wise choices, and you will live safely and at ease." Leo promised he would, feeling grateful. As he walked home, he knew he had gained not just knowledge, but also the ability to navigate life's challenges with confidence and wisdom.